How are you doing? Oh, I need to move my mouse over. Hopefully I'll have like a more professional background a little bit later, but as of right now, it's just my bedroom. Sorry. Alright. It's been a while. Happy New Year. How's everyone doing? 2021 has definitely been interesting, to say the least. For sure. Oh, that was supposed to be the first card. I wonder. Oh. Okay. I was trying to figure out some stuff, but I don't think it's gonna work very well for me. That was weird. Just shuffling the cards. I tried to get a new tripod, and it was, I mean, it's really good, I think, if I wanted to do like with my phone at an angle, but I don't think that it's gonna be really good right now. But it's totally fine. I'm just kind of blabbing a little bit, which is okay, fine too. A little self-promotion. So, I'm making custom spell jar, earrings, and I'm making custom spell jar necklaces as well. I can put in whatever kind of ingredients, and well, they're custom made, so I think it's like, so it's 15 for, the earrings, and then it is $10 for the necklaces. So if that's something that you're interested in and you need a little extra protection or self-love or a little bit of luck, a money thing, I'm definitely the person to come to. Alright, so I already have one card already pulled out for the collective, and then I have the next two. So the first one is Druid, Hold the Space. So if there is some wrongdoing that you're kind of seeing, or that is kind of something that you don't really appreciate that's happening in the world right now, talk about it and hold the space for that other people that might not be able to be as heard as you. So holding the space and just being able to be like, hey, you know what? I'm here for you. I understand you. I understand your pain and everything like that. We can work together on that. I also get kind of that too. This next one says, Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Okay, so I've noticed that kind of a lot more people that I've been kind of talking to, they have said that they've been having a little bit more of a spiritual awakening. And that is completely true. And it's bound to happen, and probably a lot more people are going to have this spiritual awakening, because the earth is kind of shifting and everything like that. So, for people that have this, feeling that, oh, okay, I know this. I know that this is going to happen. Honor that. Honor that, because that's kind of you listening to your higher self, or listening to your inner knowledge and everything. And so it's going to happen more often. So honor your knowing. This next one says, Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. So this is the time to kind of hunker down a little bit, trying to figure out what you're trying to do, and you almost have like an aha moment where you're like, okay, I should be doing this, and I feel like this is going to work really well for me, so I think I'm going to try to do this as a career. And I think that it's going to be very beneficial for you if you do make those plans, and definitely focus on those plans and manifest those, because this is the time. Like I was saying this before, anytime that I like actually sat down and I manifested stuff, which I wrote stuff down and I made it into present tense, that was when I was like, okay, this is going to manifest really well for me. And like the next day I did like a money thing. Okay, I'm going to have a lot of money right now. And the next day, or the next like 2 days after that, I got money. And so you make sure, like when you're manifesting, to say thank you to the universe, or thank you to whoever you believe in, and then more of it will come. And so once the universe or whoever you believe in knows that you are actually grateful for the small things that you get, more better things will happen for you, if that makes sense. It's almost like, you know, giving a little bit to your parents. It's like, you know, if you do this, this, and this, and then you say thank you, you know, for, I don't know, buying me dinner or something, then they're going to be more, like, inclined to say, okay, yeah, awesome, we can keep doing this. Okay, so this next one says spring, see your seeds grow. So I feel like this is the time for a lot of people to kind of plant, okay, this is what I want to do. This is the career that I want to go into, or this is the apartment or house that I want to go. This is the place that I want to go. And so kind of putting that little seed in the ground and kind of making, and almost forgetting about it too. I know sometimes that can be hard, but sometimes it's a little bit easier for other people, because if you're like me, I'm very forgetful on things. So like if I say like, oh yep, I want this, this, and this, I forget about it and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't remember what I was doing, but it works. So okay, this next one says trader, exchange energy to create abundance. So this is kind of going along with the whole manifesting stuff. So, you know, when you're writing stuff down, you're putting energy into it. When you're manifesting, you say, okay, you write in present tense and everything like that. And for people that might need a little bit more extra help with manifesting, I do offer a kind of class on that. So if you're interested, definitely hit me up on this page. To create abundance. So, like I said, with the whole manifesting stuff, abundance is going to come to you, and it's going to be super, super awesome. Especially if you're putting out that positivity into the world. This next one, warrior. So be fearless and stand strong. I definitely feel like this is, for sure, something that we're all going to have to kind of not learn, because I feel like we already have learned about this, but I do feel like this is something that we almost have to like have a reiteration of, because I feel like there's going to be more or less more stuff going to happen. You know, I don't know. 2021 is probably not going to be, you know, everything's not going to be over with. That was 2020. And so I think that we kind of need to stand strong together, especially for people that might be able to handle things a lot better than others. We're definitely going to be put to the test. Just kind of like, I don't feel like anything really like worse is going to happen, but don't hate me if I'm wrong on this, because the future always changes based on people's decisions. So this is not a set in stone thing. This is just what I'm seeing right now. So we're going to need to stand strong on some of these things and really kind of know, okay, what do we want? What do we not want for this coming year? Because we can make those changes. We are in control of our own destiny. We create our world. So just keep that in mind. This next one says eagle, see from a higher perspective. So sometimes it could be hard for us to see things that are right in front of us. And so what I mean by that is, I mean that, you know, you know, person A and person B are fighting, or me and person B are fighting. And so person C is going to be that higher perspective. Or I'm going to step back and be like, okay, I need to remove myself from the situation. And I need to kind of see from this person B's side of the story. And so I do feel like if we kind of step back a little bit and try to understand where other people are coming from, it's going to be really beneficial for us. And I feel like we're all going to be able to grow together. This next one says, enjoy success. Oh, sun. Enjoy success and happiness. So once we kind of step back and be able to see from the higher perspective and we stand strong and everything like that, there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. I know for some people that's kind of hard for us to be able to see that kind of stuff, but I do feel like good things are going to happen out of some not so great situations. And unfortunately, that's kind of how a lot of things go in life. So good things will happen. This next one says Magic Guardian, so unlock the magic within. So I've kind of talked about this already. A lot more people are going to feel the energy shift, and a lot more people are going to be more in tune with themselves, or be a little bit more curious about, oh, do I have these abilities? Because I do honestly 100% believe that everybody has the ability to you know, do some of these things, whether that be if your niche is niche, neck, I don't know. Anyways, if what you are drawn to, let me just say that, what you are drawn to, if it's tarot, if it's you know, scrying, any kind of stuff like that, if it's oracle cards, you know, for me, I like to think that I have many talents, and so, like, you know, I do mediumship stuff, but I also do oracle card readings. I kind of can't really connect with my oracle cards, or my tarot cards, that's what I mean, my tarot cards, and, you know, that's okay. It's just probably not my thing, which is totally fine. You know, I can just find other things, and I really feel connected with these oracle cards, so, you know, it's okay. We all have our different specialties and our own special gifts, and so, like, one of my dearest friends that's on right now, she is amazing with the pendulum. Like, there are some things that I'm like, man, I really wish that my pendulum would do that. And that she tells me, like, oh yeah, my pendulum did this, my pendulum did that, and I'm like, why isn't this happening for me? But I'm just like, okay, well, I have my abilities and she has hers, and that's totally fine. So pendulum just wasn't my thing, and that's totally okay. So unlock the magic within. That was a long tangent. I apologize. Nita. Alright. I had an itch on my nose, sorry. I felt weird trying to do it on here, so. Alright, this next one says, Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. So yes, trust your intuition. Trust your instincts, intuition, whatever you'd like to call it, your higher self. This is definitely going to be able to help you. I wish there was like a step-by-step guide as to helping people be like, yes, you have abilities. This is all the things that you can do to like help your abilities and stuff. And these are the set rules and guidelines and stuff like that. But it's not really, I guess it's not really meant to be like that, because we all have our own journey that we need to take. And so some of the things, like, you know, kind of we all, like I said before, we all have our own abilities and stuff, and so some things might work well for others, and some might not work well for the same person, and stuff like that. And so trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts. So if, you know, you take the same road every single day, and one day you say, oh, well, nope, something's in my head telling me that I shouldn't go this way. And then you, like, where, like, if you really love animals and, like, an animal would have, like, crossed the road and you would have hit it, then you would have had like an overall bad day, or like you missed a car accident, and that was your intuition telling you not to do that because it was saving you from, you know, having that horrible accident. So trusting your intuition. This next one says Earth Guardian, so stay rooted and grounded. Ooh, okay. So yeah, we can have all of this stuff, and like we talk about all of this and everything like that, following your intuition and trying to speak to the higher power, and trying to connect with different levels of consciousness and everything like that. And so sometimes we need to remind ourselves to kind of stay grounded and, okay, yep, we're here on Earth. Kind of be able to feel the earth, go outside, walk around barefoot, not in winter time though, please don't do that. And so being able to kind of ground yourself and be like, you know, take some 3 like very deep breaths in and out, in and out. And so that can kind of help you stay rooted and grounded, because that's also very important as well for the whole spiritual, you know, the whole shebang. All right. This next one says, Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Okay. So there's a reason why this is coming up a lot of times, and I know that for some people that watch my lives almost every single time, this card almost, if not always, gets pulled. So there is a need for us to kind of move beyond, okay, well, you know, my great-grandparents did this, my grandparents did this, my parents did this, okay, well, we're a new generation, we have our own thoughts, and we can control our own destiny. So you know, we can kind of step back and be like, oh, actually this is probably not something that I should do, or not something that I should say, because it might be hurting other people, and that's not what we want to do. Everybody's trying to live their life the best that they can, and so, you know, if we can spread more love than hate, then that would be great. So moving beyond those ancestral patterns. I accidentally rhymed, and I didn't mean to. Okay, this next one says, Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. This is extremely important. You know, kind of going again, this card is kind of telling me like, all right, it's time to it's stepping back a little bit more. And stepping back again, trying to see things from another person's side of, you know, being like, okay, well, I see it this way. I see that, you know, I'm looking right here and I see that this is a 6. Well, the other person's seeing that as a 9. And so you can talk about it. Both of you are right because you're seeing it from the same, like, different perspectives and stuff. But, you know, seeing it from their side and being able to understand their side and why they feel that way. So stepping back and being able to do that. And so letting go of the need to be right. I think my analogy made sense. So this next one says, High Priest, intend and create. Manifesting anything in your life. This doesn't necessarily have to mean that you have to sit down with a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and write in your manifesting journal. You can just be like, you know, you can think things, and even thinking those things like, okay, I'm going to, or I have a wonderful family. I have all the money that I need to be comfortable and then some. I have a wonderful husband, and, you know, whatever dreams you want, you can say those out loud, speak them into existence, or you can think those things in your head and you're just like, okay, I'm really going to manifest this. And that's how that's how you do it. That's how you do. Yes. Okay. This next one says, Traveler, move in a new direction. So this doesn't, for some people, this could mean, okay, moving to a new state, maybe to a new apartment, moving to a new house, or even moving to a new state of mind. Being a little bit more open-minded about some things, because that never hurts, right? Being able to see things from another person's perspective, and so moving in that new direction can be super helpful as well. So, yeah. All right. This next one says, mountains, stand your ground. So this card, I feel like there is a time for us to be able to see. Yes, be able to see. Yep. To see things from a different perspective and be able to understand all that kind of stuff. But if this is something that you're extremely passionate about, and you kind of know a little bit more about things, I don't really want to say like, oh, what's right and what's wrong, because I'm trying not to be biased about things. But it's definitely a good thought to, if you are really passionate about those things, stand your ground. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for what you believe in. So be like the mountain that doesn't move for anything. This next one says, winter, take care of your needs. Somebody's been neglecting themselves and themselves care. Yes, that's self-care. Take care of your needs. Your body's trying to tell you something. Listen to your body. Our bodies have very wonderful, sometimes not so wonderful ways of telling us, hey, we need to take a break. Like, oh, we've been stressing out so much. Yeah, you're gonna get sick because I've been trying to tell you that we need to take a break, and now I'm forcing us to take a break. So, our bodies have wonderful ways of telling us that. This next one says, star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. Again, listening to your higher self, listening to your intuition, listening to your ancestors, your spirit guides, listening to your higher self, all that good stuff. That kind of goes along with all of that, everything that we kind of talked about. This next one says, stargazer, set your sights higher. So I feel like there's somebody that, hold on a second. I had what I was going to say. It left. Now I'm trying to get it to come back. Okay. So I feel like somebody's not really seeing themselves, to their full potential. And I feel like you're kind of selling yourself short. So, you are kind of being in this place that's comfortable, but it's not necessarily something that's going to help you grow, as a career or as a person. And so, I think you need to try to, set your sights higher, step out of your comfort zone. And so I think that this is now the time, this is kind of the reiteration telling you that, what you've been thinking about is actually, that's true, and that you should be moving on from what's kind of holding you back. So set your sights higher, meaning, yeah, if you want to go for that other job or that other career, maybe go back to schooling, maybe do something else, move in a new direction, do that, because this is the card telling you that this is a good idea, that it's going to work out for you. This next one says, autumn, release the old and rest. So these two cards kind of play along with each other. So, being able to move on, or setting your sights on it, and then actually doing it. So this is the card that you're going to be able to feel a release, of, okay, so I'm putting this back. I'm, setting this behind me. This is no longer something that I need to think about, that I need to worry about anymore. And now I can kind of release everything else, all of my the built up emotions, because, you know, sometimes if you don't have a very great job, or, you know, you're very stressed out with the job that you have and you're trying to find another one, having that, be like, okay, put that behind me. Now I can move on and have a fresh start. And so being able to rest a little bit too, I feel like that's very important. Because otherwise our bodies are going to force us to. And so we need to listen first before they force us to. This next one says, Oracle, wait for important information. So I feel like this has to do with somebody else. So I do feel like you're kind of waiting to hear something that might be a little bit life-changing. And so I do feel like this important information is going to come sometime later this week or into next week. But I feel like it's going to be either this week or next week. And I think this person kind of knows what this information is. So, yeah. Okay. Hi, Devin. Okay. 6 months says, Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Okay. So I feel like this person has kind of been a little bit, shielded by some things, shielding your emotions, because you don't want to get too close to somebody or a certain thing, because you feel like you're going to get hurt, and maybe you've been in similar situations before. But I do feel like kind of if you drop your shield a little bit and let this person in, or let this situation in, I feel like it's going to be beneficial for you, and that you're not going to get hurt like you did before. And so I do feel like you're going to have an overall better feeling when you kind of drop that shield a little bit. Your ego or your, you know, self-preservation is kind of holding you back a little bit. Oh, and this one kind of goes along with it too. Heart Guardian, so love and let yourself be loved. So this is for the same person. So I feel like you do have strong feelings, and I do feel like this is for somebody, that you do have feelings for this particular person, but you're scared that your feelings are going to get hurt. You're scared that, you know, this person might not actually be trustworthy, or something like that. But I do feel like this person, you know, some of the things that they might have done in the past, I do feel like they've changed, and that they will be different for you, because I do feel like they care for you a lot. So, I think blend in, you know? And so this next one says, White Witch, be the light. With all the darkness that's going on right now, and maybe some even more darkness that might be following, you know, being the person that people can go to, and kind of being that gentle person, that shoulder to cry on, or just being like an overall positive person, being able to see the bright side of things, being the light in people's lives. But this also doesn't mean that you have to burn yourself out, because, you know, a candle can only burn so much before it goes extinct. Until it extinguishes itself. There we go. Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but not... Okay, well, you know. English wasn't my best subject in school, so I apologize. You know, so just making sure that you're taking care of yourself as well. You know, and if you need to have that shoulder to cry on, that's totally fine. People are there to lean on each other, and not just one person being able to have other people lean on them. You know, we all need to kind of be a team here. Okay. This next one says, Lord, take charge with authority. So being the light, you also sometimes need to, if people are, doing the emotional baggage, dumping all of that stuff on you, dumping their emotions and everything like that, it's okay to say, oh, actually, I can't help you right now. I need to just take some time for myself. And, if these people are actually here for you and on your team and everything like that, they will listen to you and they will understand. For people that do not listen to you and say, well, oh, every time that I need you, you're just like not listening, and like anytime that you need me, like I'm always here. Just, you don't need that kind of stuff in your life, Be understanding of other people's emotions. It's not just about you, okay? So taking charge with authority. Take charge of your own mental health and everything like that. Taking care of you. I had one of, a therapist told me one time, take care of yourself like you would take care of a child. Would you badmouth your child? Well, no. Would you tell your child that they're stupid and that, all that kind of stuff? No. Would you feed your child, all of this negativity, all this junk food and everything like that all the time? Probably not. So take care of yourself like you would take care of your child. And take charge with authority. Yes. What the card was meant to be. This next one says, High Priestess. Harness mystic power. So, somebody, I feel like on here that might be watching right now or might be watching in the future, I feel like this person is kind of having a hard time. I feel like they just kind of awoken their abilities and everything, or maybe they've had them for a little bit and they just don't really know what to do. And so I do feel like, there's definitely plenty of people that you can talk to. I have this amazing group that I absolutely love with like-minded people, and I can't thank them enough. They kind of helped me be the person that I am right now, that having the confidence to be able to get on Facebook and have lives and stuff, and be able to actually be a hopefully well-known medium. So being able to, I can give you the information for those people. It's Psychics Unite. And so if you have any questions about that, definitely feel free to contact me about it. But, and I'm always here too. If I don't have the answers, then I always have somebody that I can reach out to help you. So harness that mystic powers. This next one says, Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. So I definitely feel like, this is feminine energy and stuff like that, but it can also be masculine as well. So being able to feel the love and comfort and everything like that. So taking care of yourself, and maybe if you need somebody, that shoulder to cry on, whether that be calling up your mom, if you live with your mom still, going to your mom, or just going to somebody that you trust and everything. Because I feel like, with a lot of uncertainty, having those people that you can go to for comfort is super helpful, and it's going to be able to, we're going to get through all of this bad stuff that's happening right now and probably going to happen in the future. So, feel that love. Okay, so I'm going to do one last card pull. So the finishing thoughts of this evening. Guardian Angel, you are not alone. I pretty much feel like this is self-explanatory. You are not alone. You have these amazing people in your life. Well, hopefully you have these amazing people in your life, and if you don't necessarily have somebody that you can go to, feel free to always message me. I'll try to help you if I can, or if you just want me to be a listening ear, I can also be that as well. So you are not alone. Moon. Take note of intuitive messages. So listening to your intuition, you know, being able to see some of the signs and everything like that. You know, if you see 111 or 1111, you know, the angel numbers, whatever you'd like to call it, numerology, I know it's something like that. I don't know all too much about it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that too. It can be like, okay, what, you know, ask a question like, what should I have for breakfast today? And you see like Denny's pop up, or you see on like your news feed or something like that, you know, intuitive messages, or be like, you know, listening to your body and stuff like that. I'm trying to be a little silly, so take notes of intuitive messages. This next one says, or I should say, last but certainly not least, Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. I feel like this is especially great for like, you know, how we just went into this new year. And so reflecting on 2020, you know, what are some of the things that were really great that we did? What are some of the things not so great that we did? You know, what can we improve on? And so having that time to reflect is also extremely important as well. And so with that, thank you all for tuning in and listening and watching little me. I really appreciate it. And one last thing that I kind of said at the beginning, but I'm gonna say it again. Earrings, custom spell jar earrings for $15, and for the custom spell jar necklaces, this is $10. Make them custom made. So if you let me know what you need, if you need money, if you need love in your life, if you need self-love, if you need your pet to love you, I got you. But don't force, we don't do love spells here, sorry. So don't ask, please, because we don't do that. We like free will. Free will is great. Okay, anyways, good night, everybody. Thank you all for watching. All right, see you next time.